Jasper Philipsen winning stage 13 of the Tour. Fast and furious stuff. Less than 3.5 hours. No change on the podium of the GC. Philipsen wins for the second time. It's second for Van Aert, third for Ackermann, and a chaotic crash behind.
Well, a second stage win now for Jasper Philipsen, only the second rider at this race to be able to double up on stage wins. That's a 6th career win for the Belgian, and we think it was a sprint that will stand, Robbie, do we?
That'll stand.
I get nervous now.
Honestly, if they relegated him for absolutely anything here, I'll eat my jacket and I'll walk off set.
No,
I'd say my hat, but I'm not wearing one.
The other sprints he impeded, if not anything, he helped Van Aert then, because he went in front of him and Van Aert was able to get on the wheel. No pull of the brakes, no nothing. He did the right thing, and the barriers once again started to drift out right, so he kept the straight line to head towards the barriers, which is perfect.
You know what hindered Wout van Aert more than anything was his own teammate pulling off from the leader and just leaving him stuck on the front with more than 300 metres to go. That is game over. The fact that he even managed to get second is still pretty special. He's able to pick up the wheel of Philipsen, but you don't do that. You don't swing off and leave your teammate long range into the wind, everybody in the wheel.
We'll get to Van Aert in a moment, because I think a lot of neutral fans are just willing him on to get a first stage win in 3 years now, certainly coming off the back of the injuries he's had. But for Jasper Philipsen, a perfect delivery and a perfect ending, Danny, to what was an incredibly stressful day out there.
It was really stressful, wasn't it? Drama throughout the stage, with Adam Yates being in that front split, the wind causing carnage from start to finish. Let's not forget, you know, even early on when the flag was dropped, naturally there was a split with riders trying to get into the breakaway of the day, and then that caused the tension between the GC teams looking at Adam Yates as being a threat to them, and then it split again, I think around 50 kilometres to go, and then the undulating final causing more drama, but ultimately coming back to what we did expect today, being a sprint finish.
None of the adrenaline pumped excitement on the finish line there from you know, when he won the last time and it was a big old double fist to the air, and I think it was the sort of aggression, if you like, of hoisting that monkey off his back, and this time getting into his stride, feeling a little bit calmer, I think, after that first stage win.
I think so. That sprint, although it looked chaos, that was quite calm considering the amount of people that were there, the day they've had. There's obviously a lot of tired legs, but you could just see the pace being quite a lot slower than what it normally is leading into a finish, and those riders and teams that were there, it was almost like a slow motion sprint because of the day that it had and the stage they've had beforehand. So it was arguably one of the easiest sprints in terms of positioning, but it's who had the legs. And Philipsen, Robbie mentioned it when he came in, he came from so far back, not a teammate with him, had to position himself, moved himself up. So you've got to take your hat off to him. And when you look at him, what I can't get over is the gear that he's shoving round before the sprint. He's on the top, so high up, and he's like a track sprinter leading into a 200-metre sprint. He's just like, but once he gets on top of it, the man is rapid.